Omar Will Watch Anything, where I watch the worst movies on Netflix and to watch so you don't have to. This week I watched Troll 2, as recommended by my really good friends Mike and Katie. So, here's my play-by-play. Keep in mind there are going to be a ton of spoilers, so if you want to go ahead and skip this synopsis, click on the little video of me waving. Alright, you've been warned. Let's get started. So our movie begins with Rob Reiner reading a story to our hero Josh about this girl with fake freckles that gives this random 20-year-old German kid some food. But it turns out that everyone in the story is trolls, so he gets eaten. Then we find out that Grandpa Rob Reiner didn't even exist. By the way, how creepy is that Joker poster in the background? Anyway, the strongest girl in the world gets ditched by her boyfriend, so she's all crying in the car. So everyone sings Row Row Your Boat to cheer her up, as you do to a teenage girl. Then they get to the town of Nilgob, which apparently has at least 125 streets, and swaps keys with the exchange family. Then flashback Don Draper throws a ball at Josh with a scary message. Of course, Josh could show this to someone, but instead he loses it by the next shot. His family's about to eat all this troll food, and he's like, no, don't! But no one cares, because nothing's more delicious than green water. So he does the only logical thing. He pees in all the food. Anyway, boyfriend guy's hanging out with his boy band friends, and fucking Columbo over here sees a girl running through the forest. So he defends her from some trolls, and he's like, guys, take a hike. I got this. And then he gets a spear to the chest. They get to this house, their word not mine, and an extra from the Rocky Horror Picture Show gives him some hot chocolate that turns the girl into goop. The strongest girl in the world is dancing when Rob Reiner shows up and interrupts her with his world-famous Orson Welles impersonation. Hey, where's her boyfriend again? Oh yeah, catching some Z's with his bro. Captain Salmon Shorts here decides to run to town to get some milk, and he gets picked up by Sheriff Stranger Danger. The cop gives him something to eat from his pocket, and Salmon Shorts actually eats it. And then he gets some milk. Now Josh pulls a Dan Brown and realizes that Nilbog is Goblin spelled backwards, so he skateboards to a place while his dad is reading about vegetables. There he watches Billy Ray Cyrus doing a sermon, and then he gets face-palmed. Meanwhile, Salmon Pants finds his friend who's now a plant, and they do stuff I don't really remember. Anyway, I guess the dad saved Josh or something, so they drive the 93 Bentley to go bully the boyfriend into liking the world's strongest girl. And then when they get home, guess what? All the people of Nilbog have invited themselves into their house and are throwing a party. Side note, Nilbog is America's least diverse city. There's a whole troll feast and Josh is like, I can't pee on all of this. So he gets attacked by a troll and Rob Reiner shows up now dressed as Marvel Knight Santa to straight up George Washington the troll's hand. They go to escape, but Billy Ray Cyrus uses his Sith powers to kill Grandpa. Then there's a guy on fire. Anyway, Madam Time Warp is like super hot now and goes to hit on the last Lost Boy. They get kind of PG-13 with some veggies and popcorn gets everywhere. Now here's something important. There's a gate to the troll world. Alright, anyway. Rob Reiner comes back from the dead, again. But then he dies again. And Josh eats a double-decker bologna sandwich, which scares the trolls because it's too, processed or something. Everyone touches the gate, and Elbows X over here starts throwing up, which gets everyone else throwing up, which gets Vika from the Muppets to start throwing up. And then they take the Bentley home, because I guess everyone's safe from the vomit. Suddenly, Josh is attacked by another baseball with a cryptic message, and finds a bunch of Goblin L'Oreal in the shower, because apparently they got his mom. And while he's watching these troll goblin things eat her, he does the only thing a child can do in this situation. He just yells. The end. So where does it rate on the Omar Will Watch Anything scale of great to enjoyable to watchable to unbearable to terrible to Mark and Joni playing football on the rim? I'm gonna put it at enjoyable. I'm not saying this is necessarily a good film, but I do not regret watching it. I like it in the same way they like a Goosebumps episode. It's the kind of movie that you definitely want to invite her to some friends and look for people in troll costumes holding boom mics in the background of every single shot. And by the way, I've read some reviews of this movie that said that Connie Young's acting was terrible. Connie Young's acting was terrible? It's called stylized acting, you Philistinic piece of shit. Also, what I really like about Troll 2 is that there's a documentary on Netflix about the movie itself, which I really, really recommend checking out, because it shows you what these actors are up to these days. The dad is a dentist. That makes total sense to me. Alright guys, got any recommendations for the worst movies on Netflix? Go ahead and leave those titles in the comments below, or send us them on Twitter, or check out our new Facebook page, which is new. And just so you know, Omar Will Watch Anything is part of a segment called Wildcard Wednesdays that we just started. If you want to learn all about that, check out this video right here, but here's the main gist. Each Wednesday we pull from a stack of cards, this stack of cards, to find out what video we're going to make for next week's episode. Alright, I'm going to pull a card from this stack to see what we're doing next week. It's going to be Mia Makes It Cute. So you can check out an episode of Mia Makes It Cute next Wednesday. Also come back on Friday to watch an actually good recommendation list where we recommend things you should really watch. Alright guys, see you on Friday and be sure to stay away from all that green food. Bye Grandpa Seth. Hi Grandpa Seth. Bye Grandpa Seth again. Welcome back Grandpa Seth. Bye Grandpa Seth.